Okay, let's unpack this. Today's deep dive takes us into a truly fascinating case study, straight from your sources. The lives of a family from Surat Thani down in Thailand. We'll explore how personal choices, both the admirable ones and maybe the more challenging ones, how they weave into the fabric of destiny across generations.
Yeah.
We want to extract the key insights here, understand these profound connections. You might find yourself having some pretty striking revelations as we connect these dots.
What's truly compelling, I think, in these deeply personal narratives is how clearly they illustrate cause and effect. It really encourages us, doesn't it, to look beyond just the immediate events
Right.
and consider the broader implications of, well, every choice we make in every life, potentially.
Indeed. And we begin with a central, incredibly intriguing figure, the grandfather. Your sources paint this picture of a man with remarkable duality. On one hand, he was just this pillar of the community, a respected village headman, a traditional doctor who even, get this, built a special recovery center in his own home for the sick.
Wow.
He was known for his kindness, his charity, generosity to the poor, and he sponsored ordinations for people who didn't have family support. I mean, by all accounts, a true community hero.
Sounds like it.
But there's another side to his story that's equally compelling. Alongside all these virtuous acts, your sources reveal this contrasting passion, a deep love for gambling, specifically cockfighting and betta fish fighting. He wasn't just like a casual participant either. He kept dozens of champion fighting roosters and betta fish, took part in weekly cockfights.
Okay.
And his birds, apparently, they famously never lost.
Yeah.
So what's the secret? What's the secret to this undefeated record, according to these accounts?
Well, his success wasn't just down to his roosters being better fighters, though they were skilled. The sources explain he had this unique strategy. He would never let them lose to the point of death. If a fight started going badly, he'd jump in, pull his rooster out of the ring, heal it up, and then train a new one to take its place. So that way, he kept his undefeated record intact.
Clever in a way.
Perhaps. He kept this up until he eventually got throat cancer in his 80s. And the symptoms were, well, eerily similar to a rooster after a brutal fight breathlessness, coughing blood.
Oh, wow.
And maybe for a stranger, after he passed away, all his fighting roosters and betta fish just died off inexplicably.
That's bizarre.
It is. And a key takeaway from his story is the precise karmic link described in your sources. His throat cancer was directly attributed to past karma.
From a previous life.
Yes, specifically beheading chickens or other animals, likely in an agricultural society context. And this was significantly amplified, you see, by his current life's active involvement in the cockfighting and the fish fighting.
So the current actions made the old karma ripen faster or stronger.
Exactly, it seems that way. Before he died, his mind was apparently filled with this mix of images, his good deeds, but also the gambling, this state, this mixed merit and sin.
Where both the good and bad are kind of tangled together.
Precisely. It led to his rebirth as a high-class Kinara, which is a type of celestial being with wings, often shown as human-like from the waist up, bird-like below.
Okay.
And he was reborn in the Himavanta forest, which is within the Jatumaharachika realm, one of the lower heavenly planes, but still a heavenly plane.
They're not hell, despite the gambling.
Not hell. The merit sent to him by his family, after his death, it enhanced his divine possessions, gave him more exquisite divine food, a more radiant body. And he's even sent a message back, apparently, expressing the strong desire for more merit. He hopes to transcend his current mixed merit and sin condition, move up to an even higher existence.
So if I'm getting this right, the illness he had in life, its severity, it directly mirrored the suffering he caused the animals.
Seems.
But then his good deeds, all that community work and charity, they sort of buffered the fall, leading to this mixed state in the afterlife. It really makes you think about the intricate balancing act of karma.
It really does. It's not always straightforward addition and subtraction.
Which brings us nicely to the father's story. Another layer of complexity here with these karmic threads. He was a fisherman, right? Catching large sea creatures to support his family. 9 children.
Yes, 9 children. And what's really striking is his internal conflict. Your sources mention he'd spent 5 years as a monk's assistant.
Oh, okay. So he knew the principles.
Exactly. He'd studied Buddhist principles, understood that taking life, fishing, was sinful. But, he felt compelled. He had to provide for this large family.
The classic dilemma.
Right. So he made this promise to himself.
Yeah.
He'd stop fishing once his children were grown up, self-sufficient. And the sources say he really kept that promise, even refused large fish people offered him later in life.
That takes strength. So given this difficult livelihood, this internal conflict, what happened with his health? What were the consequences in this life?
Well, his story is a powerful illustration of intent, perhaps. The sources explain that his illness is severe nerve pain, diabetes, high blood pressure, ischemic heart disease. These were seen as a direct karmic consequence of his actions in this life.
From the fishing.
From the binding and killing animals for food, yes. He eventually died at 69 in the hospital. His older brother was with him, woke up and found he'd passed.
Sad. But what about his afterlife,
Mm-hmm.
given the fishing karma?
Well, this is where the intent comes in. Because of the powerful merit he accumulated from his sincere 5-year ordination as a monk's assistant.
The sincerity was key.
Absolutely. Because of that, he was reborn in the Jatamarharachika realm, same realm as the grandfather, interestingly. But he resides in a golden mansion, appearing as a handsome, high-class giant.
A giant.
Yes, described as without fangs unless he gets angry.
Okay, that's quite specific.
It is, and this is a really significant outcome because the sources are very clear. If he had just ordained because it was tradition, without real sincerity,
Yeah.
his karma would likely have led him to be reborn as a mermaid.
Wow. A mermaid. That's unexpected.
Isn't it? But his sincere practice profoundly uplifted him, despite the fishing.
And what about those bees? There was something about bees at his funeral.
Right, the swarm of bees that appeared on the speakers during the funeral chants, and then again at his youngest son's ordination. The sources clarify they were just a coincidence, not karmically related.
Okay, good to know. Just nature doing its thing.
Seems so. And like his father, he joyfully received all the merit his family offered, apparently expressing immense pride and happiness, especially for his youngest son's ordination as a monk.
That's a truly profound insight, then, into the power of intention. It feels like the genuine purity of his spiritual commitment. The sincerity you mentioned, it created this powerful counterbalance.
Exactly. A counterbalance to the difficult choices he felt he had to make for his family.
It really drives home that it's not just the action itself, but the heart behind it, the intention that matters so much.
Precisely.
Okay, now let's shift focus to the younger generation. Here, we find even more intricate, maybe even more direct, karmic threads. First, there's the niece. She was the daughter of the listener's 7th younger brother, adopted by the listener's 2nd older sister because she was just so fond of her, described as a sweet, intelligent child.
Yes, a beloved child.
But then, tragically, at just 1 year old, she touched an electrical outlet for an aquarium. Apparently mistook it for candy or something toddlers do.
Oh, no.
And she was electrocuted. It led to brain damage from lack of oxygen, resulting in paralysis. She couldn't speak, needed liquid food, basically bedridden until she passed away at age 10.
Such a difficult story.
Just heartbreaking. How did the sources explain something like that happening to such a young child?
Well, this story is presented as a really vivid example of immediate karmic manifestation, or very quick anyway. In her most recent previous life, so the one right before this one, she was a fisherman.
Okay.
And she frequently used electric shocks to catch fish.
Whoa. Electric shocks. Okay, I see the parallel.
Exactly. However, there was a mitigating factor. She had also accumulated some old merit from helping to build a village temple in a past life.
Ah, like the grandfather's good deeds.
Similar principle. That merit acted as a kind of safeguard. It prevented her from being reborn in a lower realm, like a hell realm, despite the fishing karma. Instead, it allowed her to be reborn as a human, giving her a chance for, well, correction, as the source puts it.
A chance to experience the results of her actions.
Precisely. But the karma of electrocuting those fish, it caught up very swiftly in this human life, causing her own electrocution and the resulting disability.
So the good deed didn't erase the negative karma, it just changed where she experienced the consequences.
That's how it's explained, yes. It tempered the severity of the rebirth realm, but the specific consequence still manifested. She has since passed away, and the source says she's been reborn as a human again, still in a cycle of correction. And because of that, she can't yet receive merit sent by her family.
The precision of that karmic link is quite striking, isn't it? So, just to be really clear for everyone listening, it's this specific action of electrocuting fish in that past life that directly led to her own electrocution and disability in this life.
But that's the direct link presented in the sources.
Even though she had some protective merit from other good deeds, that's an incredibly direct cause and effect.
Wow. It highlights the specificity that karma can sometimes have.
Okay, and now let's move to the youngest brother, the one who's currently a monk. He had some very unusual beginnings, didn't he?
Yes, quite a few distinct things mentioned.
His mother, during her pregnancy with him, could apparently only eat rice with syrup. Nothing else appealed.
Hmm.
Then, after he was born, he didn't open his eyes until the 7th day. Then he just smiled and opened them.
Interesting detail.
And he was also a notoriously picky eater as a child. Only fried eggs, apparently. And on top of all that, he almost drowned not once, but twice in his life and was saved both times.
Right.
That's quite a collection of unique occurrences for one person. What do the sources tell us about the karmic roots behind these things?
Well, delving deeper into this narrative, these seemingly odd details, most of them also have specific karmic roots, according to the source.
Okay, like the rice and syrup.
Exactly. The source explains that craving came from a past life where he lived in a rural area. A wandering monk came on alms round very early one morning, and all he had ready to offer was rice and syrup. He offered this for 3 or 4 days in a row.
Just a simple offering.
A simple, spontaneous act of generosity, but it echoed across lifetimes to influence his mother's specific pregnancy cravings.
Amazing. What about the delayed eye-opening?
That one, the source actually suggests, is just a natural variation. Uncommon maybe, but something that happens with some babies. Not necessarily karmic.
Okay, so not everything has a past life explanation.
Not always explicitly stated, no. But his near-drowning incidents, those do have a past life link.
Let me guess. Something involving water.
You got it. In a past life, when he was a teenager, he apparently playfully pushed some friends underwater while swimming. Just messing around, you know.
Yeah, kids do stupid things.
But he almost caused one of them to actually drown. He didn't, but it was a close call. That karma, that act, led to his own near-drowning experiences in this life.
But because he didn't actually cause death.
He was always saved. The consequence mirrored the action, but stopped short of the ultimate outcome because his original action also stopped short.
That consistency is fascinating.
Yeah.
And his current life as a monk, does that connect too?
Very much so. That also has deep roots. In another past life, he was a soldier who served a king. This king eventually renounced the world to become a monk.
Okay.
And he, the soldier, followed his king. He ordained young and remained a devout monk his entire life, achieving significant spiritual insight, apparently.
So that past dedication paved the way for this life.
Exactly. That past life's intense dedication and practice enabled him to ordain young again in this current life. And the advice given is that if he continues diligently now, his practice in this life will be even more advanced. He's strongly advised not to disrobe.
Wow. This truly highlights how seemingly small actions like offering syrup or even playful shoves can set in motion these profound chains of events across lifetimes.
Absolutely.
Shaping everything from pregnancy cravings to near-death experiences to, well, a whole life path. It's a remarkable illustration of the intricate fabric of karma.
It really paints a detailed picture.
Okay, so now let's bring this deep dive back to your own life, the listener who provided these stories, and the specific challenges you're experiencing. Because this is ultimately designed to provide insights that you can use, right, to navigate your own path.
That's the goal.
You mentioned 2 main problems. First, in your food and curry business, employees just don't seem to stay long. High turnover. And second, you find yourself having to support your husband's younger brother, who's described as, well, kind of lazy, irresponsible, accumulates debt, and you feel compelled to help pay it off.
Right, 2 very practical, real-world challenges.
So what do the sources offer? What insights connect to these personal challenges?
Well, considering the larger context of karma we've been discussing, these challenges also have quite clear explanations and, importantly, actionable advice according to the source.
Okay, let's hear it. The employee turnover first.
Your employee turnover, the sources explain, is attributed to having accumulated relatively little merit in the past, specifically related to inspiring others to do good deeds. There is a lack of what's called leadership in merit making.
So it's not about being a bad boss, necessarily, but about a past lack of inspiring goodness in others.
That's the specific karmic root identified. It affects your ability to attract and retain people who want to contribute positively alongside you.
Interesting. And the brother-in-law situation, supporting him.
Right. While the source acknowledges it is meritorious to help relatives, the main focus should also be on training him, guiding him to become self-reliant.
Teaching him to fish rather than giving him fish, so to speak.
Exactly. And this means actively teaching him the importance of making his own merit. Through generosity, the sources specifically indicate he has little past merit in giving, which is linked to his business failures.
Okay, so his lack of generosity in the past contributes to his financial struggles now.
That's the connection made. So encourage generosity, also observing moral precepts, basic ethical conduct, and practicing meditation. These build positive foundations.
And anything else for him?
Crucially, yes, he absolutely must make a decisive, immediate break from all vices, gambling, drinking, whatever they may be. These are described as direct pathways to financial ruin, cutting off any chance of success.
Stern but clear advice. Makes sense.
And for your own merit accumulation, the listeners. The sources note you've often acted as a supply line for the community's merit making. You help out, provide resources.
Which sounds good.
It is good, but the observation is that you often tend to make merit based on your mood or maybe on impulse, when you feel like it or when it's convenient.
Ah, okay. Lacking consistency.
Precisely. The guidance given is to consistently accumulate all forms of merit, generosity, precepts, meditation, helping others without fail throughout your life. Make it a steady practice, not just occasional bursts.
And the outcome of that consistency.
It will lead to a better life overall, smooth out difficulties like the employee turnover, and crucially, ensure you can continue to progress spiritually and join your community in what's referred to as the special merit circle, progressing towards higher realms together.
That's incredibly practical advice, isn't it? And it ties directly back into the karmic principles we've seen in the family stories.
Yes, it brings it all together.
So, in essence, the solutions to your current challenges, as presented here, involve cultivating not just what you do, but the consistency and the intent behind your actions, especially in developing that leadership and merit-making, inspiring good in others, and guiding those you care for, like the brother-in-law, toward self-sufficiency and, well, moral living.
That sums it up very well. It's about conscious cultivation.
Wow. What an incredible journey through these family stories today. It really reveals the profound interconnectedness of lives, doesn't it? And the intricate ripple effects of our choices.
Absolutely.
From that compassionate village head man with his secret passion to the father making difficult sacrifices and those surprising, very specific karmic echoes in the lives of the niece and the youngest brother. We've truly seen how every action, big or small, seems to contribute to this unique, complex tapestry of our existence.
It definitely gives you a lot to think about, which raises, I suppose, an important final question for you, the listener, to ponder.
Go on.
Reflecting on these stories, on these principles of cause and effect we've discussed, how might a deeper understanding of karma inspire you? How might it shift your own daily decisions, perhaps? Inspire you to cultivate more consistent virtues, maybe lead more by example in inspiring good, and consciously shape your own path forward.
Yeah.
Both for yourself and maybe for those around you, too. It's something worth considering.